My boots soak through on these rain-soaked hills. Clouds sinking low tug at my tongue. Air sharp as a slap, a sour taste spills, full of things I'm too angry to have sung. I walk, teeth clenched, fists in my coat. Wind steals my swears, leaves me with just this ache. Every step heavy, the grass wet and remote. I hurl the curse that breaks, muffled by the lake. Last night's fight hangs on my shoulders like a stone. I spit, I shout, my voice blurs thin and ragged. The world won't answer back, it just swallows every groan. I yell my fuck yous into the fog, defeated and jagged. My voice shredded raw, but nothing echoes back. Only the wet earth listening hush drawn tight. Tears burn behind my eyes, the sky's a dirty sack. No one to blame, only mourning, only this fight. The fog swallows my fury whole. Heavy silence softens it all. Why is it so easy for the wind to forgive? I drag my anger, let it slip. Stubborn, but I try. Grass bends beneath me, alive, but it won't relive my reasons for screaming here, asking why. The world is too old to care about my rage. Just hill after hill, the soft pipes start to rise. Let each note unspool what I can't yell from this cage. And the fog just listens, no judgment in its eyes. Maybe the land learned to let pain go. Maybe it's enough to say what I need, loud enough for no one to know. Fog swallows my fury whole. Heavy silence softens it all.
Early morning, hands in water cold, turning clay under quiet light. Wheels spinning slow in an old stone shed, just me and the sound of flight. Thumbs pressed down, palms shaped the rim, coffee cooling near the door. I never thought much about the way I held this craft or who came before. But these hands knew the way before I did, guided gentle even when I hid. I traced the mark she left behind me. These hands knew before I did. Left thumb tucks like my mother showed, edges curve the bowls I make. I see the faint lines in the skin I own, match hers from all the years she gave. Wet earth spins, my thoughts wander home to evenings filled with her song. I move without thinking, finding comfort there. Her lessons carry me along. These hands knew the way before I did, guided gentle even when I hid. I carry pieces I can't name here. These hands knew the way before I did. I remember sitting quiet, watching her move. Her voice hum and steady, her fingers sure and smooth. Now those same old tunes are running in me too. I shape what she loved in all I do. These hands knew the way before I did, turning memories to what the clay hid. I live her story every morning. These hands knew the way before I did.
Low sky, leaning close, dull morning, a soft chill. You and your teapot, hands tracing steam inch by inch. Clouds drift, road curls, grass parting, quiet fields. A faint sound, footsteps, wind, maybe old mud lane. All these years, just the kettle rain tapping. Then at the edge, waiting. Who was that man at the crossing that day? Warm brown coat, glance quick then away. Why did his nod settle strange in my chest? Who was that man at the crossing that day? Still feels like yesterday. Edge of knowing, edge of gone. Could be now this kitchen, a sharp spoon, your stare. Sunshine slicing through lace like you then me. The clock hand stutters, you refill the cup. I tell it again, voice circling, not old, not young. All those years kept wrapped up tight. Half a hello gone. Maybe fate, maybe nothing at all. Some folks step in, then turn, never call. Cup cools in my hand, pipe tune drifting in. Memory brittle as frost. That man at the crossing that day. Still can't say if I want him to stay. Answer's gone, wind's taken it west. Who was that man at the crossing that day? You laugh, shake your head, ask me again if I know. Mist hangs low outside. That day it won't
stone, the morning catches pale and low. Quiet banks of thistle where the cold winds roam. Hill behind the memory, weighted, worn and slow. Early hush around me, softer than I've known. I carry old hurt the way bracken holds the dew. Breath slow with longing, silenced by the view. In the morning mist, I saw myself in you. Hands both trembling, hearts both breaking through. Grass laid heavy, sorrow bright as dew. In the quiet mist, I saw myself in you. Steel was all I trusted, never let truth show. Line drawn, endless echoes where anger grows. Eyes across the silence, meeting pain for pain. History caught gently in the whispering rain. Fear built these words, name pain or pain. History caught left free in those spring rain. Fear built these walls, sorrow let me choose. Standing on this hillside, finding what I lose. Laid my weapon down, the ground felt something new. Moss and memory mingling, so washed through. Simple grief in sunlight, still my heart moves slow. Kindness leaning forward where the wild breezes go. In the morning mist, I saw myself in you. Hands both trembling, hearts both breaking through. Grass laid heavy, sorrow bright as dew. In the quiet mist, I saw myself in you. There's an old stone circle past the barely field. Grass leaning close like it's listening in. Mornings I wander there, boots damp with dew. Hands on the cooler rim, I peer within. Quiet in the hush where the finches sing. Something in the silence draws me again. Water remembers down under stone. Water remembers, never alone. Summers run dry, roads crack under heat. Neighbors gather round with heavy pails. Someone prays soft, someone ties a cloth, watching the ripples hold their tails. Blessed by the old, by the living and gone, There's hope in every drop that falls. Faces lined with care, children with laughter, skipping in line, stories told low as twilight arrives. I find some comfort in the waiting time. A well built before my father was born, whispered promises going on and on. Brings peace at dawn.
Rain slides across the bare window. I sit pen in hand waiting for the knock. Names written in careful, wavering lines, cold feet on the flagstones outside the door. Your mother once asked for news from her boy. Just a few words folded, gentle, held close. Each morning the hill rolls gray beyond the porch. I watch faces change, never the road. Every story finds its way to my door, carried by the wind and settled with the dew. Heavy with silence, the note you pressed, no name, only hands. I never read what I'm asked to deliver, but I know when hope is thin as the mist. Sometimes I wonder whose laughter fills kitchens, or whose tears streak the edge of the paper. Seasons circle, and still I'm waiting. The kettle's singing low, old timber creaks. Every story finds its way to my door, carried in footsteps soft on the stone path. One night you lingered, a question unspoken. The sky turned pale, the post bag was light. If I said I remember you every winter, would you stay or step quietly into the dawn? Some truths are better left folded in paper, others slip out with the rising sun.
Long after letters have gone to the river, I'm still listening, still here as before. Lost and bone boots, stone cool in my hand, morning thick with silence, hills hold their breath. Soft lines under lichen, gray knots of time. I lean slow, feel weight, marks worn but familiar, pulling my palm close. These ancient marks still know. There's a digger in the garden, stones laid in a row, children in bright jackets running to and fro. Morning dew on tarmac, puddles by the lane. Someone lifts a daisy, checks for drops of rain. Plastic swings are creaking, parked cars line the verge, but something in the silence stirs a gentle lurch. Another block is rising, fences tall and new, but listen on the hillside, listen for the clue. Where do the Fairfolk dance now? Where do the Fairfolk play? Under crescent moon or plough plowed up ground. Where do the fair folk stay? Beneath the builder's footprints, grass tries to return. In corners left forgotten, tiny mushrooms turn. A circle in the clover, moss beneath the hedge. The child draws a spiral, careful at the edge. Windows glow in twilight, mothers call them in. But whispers on the footpath ask about the kin. Old stories in the schoolyard barely find their way. Where do the fair folk dance now? Again the questions stay. Where do the fair folk dance now? Where do the fair folk play? Under crescent moon, plowed up ground. Where do the fair folk stay? Behind the mound, hollows hid in concrete, but still their feet are found. Where the fair folk dance now? Where do the fair folk dance now? Where do the fair folk dance now? Where do the fair folk play? Under crescent moon or plowed up ground. Where do the fair folk stay? Finger, wool from the basket, slow at the start. The room is quiet, the fire is ash, light at the break of dawn. My hands remember hills behind stone walls, and voices I can't name. Every row holds a memory, but there's gaps between, the thread slips on. These hands still weave the same old way, pull and gather, wait and sway. Oh la la, oh. Cloud sits low outside my door, the loom's uneven song takes me back to afternoons where rain would last too long. The pattern breaks, the shuttle runs, a knot I can't undo. Silent pause, I let it lie. These hands still weave the same old way, pull and gather, wait and sway. Oh la la, if I could sit where you once sat, small and sure at the frame, tell you patience comes in ripples and warmth by tiny flame. I don't mend every tangle, but I carry every thread. I watch the shuttle moving and start again. Rose unfinished, hand stained, mornings lost and found. Fog rolls in and the pattern stays, even with the sound. These hands still lead the same old way. Pull and gather, wait and sway. Oh la la, wait and sway.
Mist clings quiet to the stone. The beacon tower stands alone. Brass control cool in my old hands. Ocean air, salt on the glass. Automation humming low. Below it all, the breakers slow. Keys draped on wool, my metal stool. A shadow cast by line and rule. Every evening starts the same. Flick the levers, check the flame. Copper triangles, green and red. Seagull cries spin overhead. Years fell silent one by one as village lights grew fewer done. But still I trace the spiral stairs, my boots worn away by all those prayers. The light still needs a human heart. Keep the fire to my pause. The world changes, but I stay. The light needs someone, I'm that way. Rain patters steady, tin and tin. I breathe the weather, feel it in my skin. Listen to the relay click. Machine takes over, nights go thick. They say it runs just like a song. Won't skip or break or get things wrong. Yet in the blinking cold and blue, I want the comfort old hands knew. Ships, stories told. If someone calls along the breeze, let them know I'll answer, please. The light still needs a human heart. Keep the fire to my part. The world changes, but I stay. The light needs someone, I'm that way.
and forming, low stone wall, cold green pressing in, feet buried deep in morning silence, silvery air breath slow beginning, sheep scattered quiet along the hill, hand at the crook, listening, waiting, soft wind weaving around the after rain. Through the veil of dawn, ancient whispers rise, touching the hush between the waking skies. Old pulse moving underneath my stride, stone not seen till mist and light align. Steps lead off the path I remember, clovers gleaming, soft ground under heel, unexpected shape half lost in heather, rough lines breathing secrets they conceal, pale lichen growing on a carved design, my palm to the stone, cool and dreaming, something older than knowing, almost mine. Through the veil of dawn, ancient whispers rise, brushing the edge, waiting where fall the lies, roots and memory tangled in the dew, stone appears where I wander through, voice almost heard, humming in the earth, yews pacing round, heads low, undisturbed, trembling in my chest, clear as morning birth, cloud curling closer, soft, unblurred, names forgotten, carved before my time, shadow of a song, hovering, fleeing, tied to earth yet pulled to the line, breathing with the hillside, slow and even, something in the mist, holding, believing, hand pressed gentle, tracing every sign, silent wonder, almost a sign. Day burns away the last of the silver, stone fading back, swallowed by green, step by step, old paths deliver, heart carries what eyes have seen, sheep trailing home, sun in my hair, everything quiet, holding the find, stone and story linger on the air. Through the veil of dawn, ancient whispers rise, calling me onward under open skies, roots in morning, memory by my side, stone half seen where mist and hills abide. Soft as morning rain, the wind turns the tide. Down by the lighthouse, the sea calls her name, bare feet in the dew as the gulls all remain. A bottle half covered by tide's slow retreat, she waits heart in hand where the salt air and sky meet. Where do the lost letters go? Oh, where do the lost letters go? Drifting past islands that nobody knows. Ooh, la 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 la. Paper worn, ink faded, soft pen and pale. A message for someone unknown as the her thumb slow where the words seem to flow, and wonders if answers lie down in the fold. Where do the lost letters go? Oh, where do the lost letters go? Do they ever find harbor or fade with the foam? Ooh, la la la, under misty old skies she finds her own line. Familiar curves on the page echo memory and time. Is it her voice or one she's yet to find? Where do the lost letters go? Oh, where do the lost letters go? Maybe the heart's waiting down by the shore. Ooh, la 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 la. Beneath the hush of breaking waves, wrapped in my old sweater's arms, I watch the fog roll down the cliffs, tracing habits over land and sea. All through these hours I walk the worn stones, ticking the clock of the wind, and only the beacon and I awake, lingering where salt meets memory. Humming tunes passed down through hands, marks on the wall older than me. A kettle whistles and settles, soft as a thought untouched by day. This lantern lit a window, my world held in cold and company. Every sweep of light that parts the tide inside my heart. Every sweep of light that parts the dark brings me back to where the stories start. Shadows swim over heather, rain beads on faded broken glass. My boots leave patterns in puddles, salt lines marking a map by trace. Why out for tricks the pipes far below, thinking of voices echoing, warm you tune to the guitar. Thinking of voices echoing, worn to a murmur with time. The gull laughs wildly out past the dunes, reminding me not to forget. Each reflection flickers brief, clear, gone as quick as a sigh. My father's song, the tune beneath the wind. Every sweep of light that parts the dawn, lost the tide inside my heart. Sometimes the stillness carries quiet as moss beneath the beams. I let longing fold me, let hope drift out with the waves. The past in the hush the future somewhere in morning's pale blue, standing between them, keeping the night at bay. If I close my eyes just for a breath, familiar hands guide me home. Every sweep of light that passes the dark lost the tide inside my heart. Soft wheels rolling over rain-wet stone, low hum of the engine, midnight mostly alone. I lean on the steering wheel, lights blinking slow. Then you climb aboard, seat by the window. I see you, same coat on your hair tucked in tight. You never say much, just stare out at the night. Your stop's at the end, but you arrive from the start. You hold your back close as we rumble through dark. Every midnight we trace these streets, two strangers, nowhere else to be. Your hand on the glass when we paused by the park. It's quiet tonight, but I know it's not dark. For you, these are places where memories wait, and you whisper a name I can't quite hear or place. Every midnight we trace these streets, two strangers, nowhere else to be. Spring rain to autumn, I watch seasons change, but you board each ride just the same. Sometimes you smile, your eyes soft and kind, and for a moment I feel what you've left behind. Every midnight we trace these streets, two strangers, nowhere else to be. I open the doors with a nod and a sigh. I hope the road brings you peace for tonight. By the rolling hills, early morning, old stones pressed beneath my heels, mist brushing braid and cheek, Silence broken, soft as wool. Hunger calls but keeps no answer. Just hillside breath and drifting sheet, holding steady in my palm. A relic chilled from shadowed ground. Bone flute wrapped in moss, carved lines worn thin. Weightless in my grasp, trembling as I draw it near. Memory almost tasted, brink of saying what I can't recall. Each footstep barely dares to echo, holding all that I might lose. The old songs find their way home, calling through me, not my own. Blowing in me, bone and stone. The old songs find their way home. Tongue pressed to unknown notes, lips failing, searching sounds. Breath dragging ancient sorrow, tremors that nobody names. Gorse and heather shiver, hills lean closer, wind bends low. Music like fog weaving past, half words I carry in my heart. Another dusk I try again, melody resting in my ribs. Old birds circle silent, dust gilds the chorus line. What has been, what will return? A thread pulled tight between, air filling hollow bone, grief opening into song. And try free motion. These tunes, this place, echoes carried on me. I play no thought, only feeling. Every silence filled with meaning. Old belonging, older than the leaf. I do with songs behind the
By the fire I gather wool, shuttle hums its steady tune. Lantern shadows curl along the beams. Thunder rolls above the roof, far and soon. Hands recall each lesson told over drifting peat and time-worn floor. Grand's voice in the wind, soft as down. Between the hiss of rain I hear so much more. The night wind knows her name and tells it time and again. Silver thread pulling through the sleep, tremble in the glass of breath outside. My heart learns patterns slow and true, old stories clothed in each simple line. I pause to listen, just a moment's hush, creak of wood and weathered hands. Somewhere beyond the field she's near, every gust remembers, understands. The night wind knows her name and carries it unafraid. I hum a tune that's hers, or half remember curtain lips, her scent fills the room. Rain eases, dawn's just out of reach, the blanket finished, tapestry warm. Still I listen, spindle winding slow, breath joins breath between every storm. If you ask me who I wait for, what gives comfort as I wait, every stitch spun here tonight whispers, the night wind knows her name. Night wind knows her name and holds it just the same.
Soft in the attic, the afternoon hangs, dust circles slow on forgotten beams. Bare toes find a dent in the old wood floor, faint scent of war, rainy air coming in. Hands brush rough edges, old marks left behind. You always move gentle and silent troops. Turn and turn, you bring me home. Creak of your heart as the day grows late. Spinning, spinning, the world slips away. Your wooden heart still knows the way. Knots I can't name, threads of a story nobody tells aloud. Crooked moonlight across your worn rim, patterns familiar, I learned them from you. Soft hush of a reel starting up blue, you singing circles, hold me once more. Turn and turn, bring me home. Creak on your heart as the day grows late. Spinning, spinning, the world slips away. Your wooden heart still knows the way. Even now when no one is left, you wait in quiet, gentle and true. Something in the room breathing with me. Turn
away. Your wooden heart still knows the way.
Dusters caught in morning air, fingers thumb tattered spine, slow edges soft, almost gone. I pause, something pressed, almost forgot. Petals pressed between pages, still holding their secrets. Color faded, memory lingers. In the quiet I breathe it in. Butter yellow, blush crushed veins, summer hidden under weight. Paper dry, scent half there, names left unsaid, floating faint. Petals pressed between pages, still holding their secrets. Color faded, memory lingers. In the quiet I breathe it in. Roim solas queenie skapte, må kruifos kan der fejbjer. Blaf han at junior snalinte, kvannacht om gå for en ansel. Petals pressed between pages, still holding their secrets. Color faded, memory lingers. In the quiet I breathe it in. Handshaking, corners turn, soft take no words now. Years laid down, gentle, true, gone, but these traces remain. Petals pressed between pages, still holding their secrets. Color faded, memory lingers. In the quiet I breathe it in. Far fields folded, silver dew drifting, heather hushes the hush of my mind. Curves of the hillside, cool and unwritten, winding wild with the will to align. Breath brims the morning, the mist moves me, bone deep longing clear. songs on the breeze. Stones in a circle, sunk in soft licking, stories half held in the hush of these trees. Each step forward burns away the doubt, the uncertain edges fade. With feet of faith I fan the flame and leave what held me out. Whisper white veils unravel the valleys, lantern light lured from afar. Starlit silence sets streaming, then scatters, the pulse in the peak, the pale of the tarn. Fears rootless recede to the ridges, small hope spirals high overhead. Every echo entangles the edges, hearts flicker fierce where they once had fled. Dusk and distance dawns into brightness, verdant and veiled, the visions revealed. Silver seams stitched over old silence, bracing the blessing the wild hills yield. Hands weave through heather, hope is my lantern, lifting the longing that lingered too long. The hush in the hollows, the promise approaching. I find what I am in the ache to belong. Each step forward burns away the doubt, the uncertain edges fade. With feet of faith I fan the flame and leave what held me out. Steps through the mist, forging the way, lifting the cloak from the cold of gray. I follow the promise, carried aloud. Each step forward burns away the doubt.
I start where morning light barely finds the sea. Wind pulling at my coat, salt on my tongue, breathing in so slow. You ask if I ever wish for company at dawn, but all I hear is the hush and the bell and the wavering gray. Sometimes I hum, letting it drift above the spray. Just a handful of steps between me and the turning tide. Closing my eyes, I let the sky become a lullaby. Oh, I count the waves like heartbeats and hold your name in mind. The night is long and steady, 1, 2, 3 at a time. Your voice returns in the whistle of wind through commune, through cracks, muffled by stone but warm, echoes that never fade. If you could see the lantern swinging over my head, would you know I look for you in every blinking light behind the veil. The tides do not bring answers, only the sound of your farewell. Oh, my duty's gentle rhythm calling me from the dark. Sometimes I linger at the glass, tracing where we once stood. Oh, I count the waves like heartbeats and hold your name in mind. The night is long and steady, 1, 2, 3 at a time. Fog settles deeper, and I settle too within myself. A watchful hush on the headland, I listen for your laugh. Every hour stretches further, yet I remain at my post. Hey, oh, perhaps this is all we're given. Lanterns see and the silence, but every heart pulls me nearer to the day I see you again. Oh, I count the waves like heartbeats. Let your memory in, while night keeps quietly turning. 1, 2, 3 again. Ooh, oh, oh.
Damp grass beneath my boots, morning chill clinging close. The hillsides hidden under soft breath from the sea. My hands in wool pockets, breath curling in the quiet. A white puff of sheep turning slow and half asleep. Mist covers everything, I can see only ahead. It's just me and the path and these stones at my side. But there in the wet, where the bracken still bends, I find lines pressed in mud, shaped just like my stride. I follow each mark, quiet heart, steady mind. These footprints ahead, they look just like mine. I call out your name to the field and the frost, but my voice feels too faint to ever come back. My feet go forward, careful and slow. Each step on the earth holds a question or two. Are these from yesterday or someone I've never known? Or is it my own tomorrow calling me home? I pause in the silence, let the wind speak instead. Still those prints keep winding wide as the open door. I follow each mark, quiet heart, steady mind. These footprints ahead, they look just like mine. The sun tries to rise. Every step I take, The mist thins, then returns. For a moment I wonder if I'm walking with myself, or some old friend who wandered ahead. I can't see where it ends, though I keep on along, trusting the land and the pull in my bones. When the path turns home, I'm both lost and arrive, and the same quiet question stays living inside. I follow each mark, quiet heart, steady mind. These footprints ahead, they look just like mine.